Hi, everyone. I'm Cree Robinson. I'm here with my co-founder, Masensi from TouCanna. We're a cannabis operations management software, and today we are on Canna Biscuits TV.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Jay Halim, and we are on Canna Biscuits TV. Now, listen, we couldn't start this whole wave of, legalization across the country without technology. This is 2020. I know people hate 2020, but in this day and age, we have to have technology. So why not be these two young, beautiful individuals from Detroit area to create something amazing? They have a company called TouCanna. You guys are going to learn more about it, but we want you to get the full introduction. And we're going to start with this beautiful young lady to my left. Might be your right, my left. Cree Robinson. How you doing, Cree?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I appreciate you guys giving me a couple minutes of your time to talk to me today. And then we have her co-host, co-founder, bodyguard, all that stuff. Louis, is it Masensi?
Yeah, Masensi, just like
okay,
that.
Great.
Yeah.
I don't like to mess up people's names, so
I appreciate the effort.
not a problem.
Thanks for having us.
Not a
Thanks for
problem.
having
That's
us.
the ultimate respect. Get somebody's name right first.
That's the first thing. Yeah, thanks for having us.
No problem. How you doing?
Doing good. Just ready to get the day started.
Did you guys get any snow?
We actually did. We got a few inches this morning. We had a couple inches yesterday. You said it was going to happen. It did happen. You're right.
You jinxed us.
My hometown in New Jersey is like snowed out, and then I know Pennsylvania and everywhere up north was getting snow, so I knew it was coming. But you guys are used to it, so you guys can handle it. This is nothing. They don't cancel things up there. Where I am, if it say it's gonna snow, they cancel everything.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be.
I tell my kids that all the time. I grew up, they was like, no, we had to walk and stand on the corner for the bus in this stuff. So, you guys, they're spoiled. They get driven to school and dropped off and things like that. What it was before COVID anyway. So, but no, I really, I was studying and looking up what you guys are doing, and I get more and more excited about it. So first thing, who wants to tell everybody what is TouCanna?
Yeah, for sure. So TouCanna is a dispensary operations management software. So really what it is if you are opening or if you already have a dispensary, you could use our software to manage everything in your dispensary, from like the sales, inventory, and also your staff, your accounting, so on and so forth, all in one platform. So you don't have to buy a bunch of different software and trying to integrate them or use paper, spreadsheets, and all that. So we just wanted to combine everything you can do, one platform, make it easy and like kind of seamless for you.
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. So cost-wise, because when people hear anything that has anything to do with the cannabis industry, they run away, especially people of color, run away because of the cost. So how are you guys, fixing that? Are you guys crowdfunding? Did you guys get some extra money from your parents? What did you do to get started?
So we actually bootstrapped. We've been bootstrapped. And part of that was by choice, simply because we wanted to just build this based on how we wanted to build it, based on the research that we've done in the industry. So, we'll continue bootstrapping until we're not able to. So we've been fortunate in that way.
My favorite kind of entrepreneurs, because at the end of the day, you guys are going to have 100% ownership.
Mm-hmm.
You got 100% say so. And again, you guys are setting an example just doing that. Because again, you talk to somebody, they hear about getting a dispensary, and they start talking about how much it costs to get licensing and anything else, and not to mention the criminal element of it. People that look like you and I, they like, never mind, I don't want to be bothered. But you guys decided to come and use an ancillary route So how many people do you see doing what you guys are doing, or are you guys like the only ones trying to create this?
So that's a very good question. No, very good question. So yeah, first of all, you're right. So we also in the beginning thought about, well, should we open a dispensary? Because in Michigan, it just went legal fully in 2020. So it was medical dispensaries, excuse me, since like 2012. But like 2020 was the year they went fully legal, and we thought about it. Should we do a dispensary? But we both worked in tech before in software, so it made sense to go the ancillary route since we already had experience. To your other question, excuse me, um, I'm sorry. What was the question again? I kind of blanked
Your
out there.
competition. Your competition. Is it any other? Who's your
Yeah,
competition? Are you guys the first?
yeah, for sure. So right now the competition are companies like FlowHub, Sprout, Springbig. Those are software that are doing one area of what we're doing. So POS or sales, and then you have other companies that are doing just customer relationship management, accounting, just separated. So there aren't a lot of companies that are doing everything. There are a few out there, but mostly people try to focus on one area, and that's what we found to be the problem. Because so if you're running a dispensary, you're already paying your staff, you're paying for your products, you're paying for everything in your dispensary. And then on top of that, you're paying for 8 pieces of software, which they come from like $500 to $800 a month. You know what I mean? So that kind of adds up at the end of the day. So yeah, so there are some folks, but we're one of the only ones right now.
That's always good. You got nowhere to go but up. You got nowhere to go but up. So how many people that's in the business have you guys talked to so far, and let them see any, of your product so far, of your software so far?
I love this question. Louis and I were just talking about this last night, actually, how much our network has expanded within the cannabis industry in such a short period of time. So firstly, when we first started building the product, we set out to talk to dispensary managers, bud tenders, VPs, so that we could get insight straight from the horse's mouth on what we were building and to make sure that it was a need. So just based on that, we did maybe 120 or 130 interviews with dispensary folks. And then accountants, we've talked to cannabis accountants, cannabis lawyers, marketing professionals. So honestly, I don't know if I can put a number on it. Louis, jump in here. He's better. I'm not very good at estimating here, but
yeah,
yeah.
like you said, like we had 100+ interviews with just like managers, bud tenders, people that work at dispensaries, and then we've had other interviews and conversations with people who support dispensaries, like accountants, so on and so forth. So a number of people, I would say maybe around 40 something, almost 50 now.
No, that's great market research. That's great market research, and you guys seem to have a sound plan, to attack and try to find out what your target audience is going to be. So that's great.
And the cool thing about it too, and I always tell people this, is that it was easy to network in this industry. Some industries, folks are closed off, folks don't want to share information. That's not the case in the cannabis industry, which was really surprising. So a lot of people have asked me nowadays, how do I get into the industry? And sometimes networking can be intimidating, but in cannabis, I feel as though because it's so new and because it's growing, people are eager to build it with the quote unquote, the right people and the passionate people. So I love that. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So those are the good things. So what's been your biggest challenge so far?
Oh, that's a good question. And I'm sure we have different perspectives on this. I would say from a product perspective, at least for me, in all the research that we've done, there are a lot of problems that we've wanted to solve, and just realizing that we cannot solve them all in the first run. So of course, we're going to release a first version that focuses on, overall streamlining operations, streamlining software and dispensaries. But there are just so many things. There's so many features that we've acknowledged that we want to build into the software that we just can't right now. So that's probably been the hardest for me, knowing when to say no to including more features.
Yeah, for me,
go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that. So for me, I would say, probably the strategic piece, how to launch the product, how to do the marketing piece, doing the sales piece, getting customers or trying to get customers before we launch. To me, that has to be the hardest because I've never done it before. However, we are working through it with consultants and reading about it, so it's getting a little easier now.
Okay. And who's the perfectionist?
Ooh, Cree probably.
Yeah, definitely me.
I heard some.
Definitely me.
I teach entrepreneurship, so I was hearing some perfectionism. So I wanted to see who was going to be honest about. But it's okay. It's okay. It's totally okay. One tip I can give you guys is that I would find a dispensary that's willing to partner with you guys, as far as and so you don't have to test all of your stuff with 1,000 different places. So anything that goes wrong, it goes wrong with one, not wrong with 1,000. But as you get it right with that one, they have, of course, they have carte blanche, to a whole bunch of stuff before anybody else. However, at least 10,000 people didn't get a chance to see your bugs. Only one person or one company got a chance to see your bugs, and then you can go and go from there. So just a thought.
Actually, yeah, that's it. And I'm happy that you bring that up because it's exactly how we're trying to approach it. We are launching a beta program in January where dispensaries can test the software. And that's what we're focused on now, is trying to seek out those partnerships with, like you said, folks that can test it and point out the bugs and find the things that need to be fixed before we roll it out completely. So that's a great point.
Yeah, that's always something I've done, in any of my businesses. I would align with some people that was close. And, people looking for things as well. So they might not pay any money, but they're my test dummies. And so anything I get wrong, you can contain the bad press. You can contain the bad information. So they're not spreading anything out, because if you give somebody free food, they're not going to run around and say the food is bad. But if they had to pay for the food, they're going to tell everybody that the food was horrible, So it's a level of appreciation that goes back like that. And then they'll say, hey, put some more salt on there, put a little bit more seasoning, and then you'll touch it up, and they'll be still happy to get their free stuff, but it's upgraded. But, as soon as you put it out there, everybody start paying you, they'll be the first ones to run and tell somebody like me, a media person, don't go to them, that type of thing. So I think that'll be a good look for you guys to find one or two people that you can kind of contain and, let them, you definitely want more than one so you can have different perspectives. Some people are just going to be happy you gave them something, so they'll just say everything's good. So you get 3 different perspectives, something like that. I think that would be solid from different, you can get some people that's in the burbs, people that's actually in Detroit on different sides, because if you on the, 7 mile, 8 mile side, and you go to the other side, it's 2 different, it's 2 different. Yeah. Yes, exactly. So you just get people in that place and like, okay, we know why they like it, okay. And now you can actually have something good. So that's my tip for the day. But,
great tip.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No, I really love what you guys are doing. So tell us about January. You got this beta launch. Tell us about the beta launch.
So the beta launch is exactly what you described, actually. So, and in the beginning, when we first started, we wanted to do the opposite of what you said. We wanted to find like maybe 100 people to test it. And then we talked to another entrepreneur who, like you, had experienced it. And he was like, you know what? Don't do that. Get 3 people at most. And then it's just exactly what you said. So it's real crazy. So that's what we're trying to do right now. So we're working on closing our first beta customer. And so hopefully by the end of January, we'll have all 3 of them, and we'll do our program for about 3 months. And in April, we'll go live. And what that looks like is essentially we'll just give them the software for free. And then, excuse me, they'll go through it, use it, tell us what's wrong with it, like you said, what the bugs, so on and so forth. Give us feedback for us to fix it before we go live with everybody in April. So that's how that will go.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What is the so this is not something you publicize as far as the date or nothing like that. Are you publicizing it?
So as far as we can tell you right here, it's going to go live on January 31st.
Okay.
We will do more media outreach, more marketing about it once we feel like we're for sure going live with it on the 31st. We're still wrapping up a couple of things. We're still in the middle of developing the software, so we want to make sure that we're not putting it out 100% until we're 100% sure.
Yeah,
You
I
know, but
understand.
things happen.
No,
You know, you're as an entrepreneur,
yeah, definitely.
things happen.
After a while, you'll be like Apple. You know, Apple puts out their phone and then they make you bring it all back and fix the bugs right there. But they already made $1 billion off for everybody, so it doesn't matter. Our money fixes their bugs and then everything.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where you really got the game in the chokehold. But you guys are starting off, so you're doing an excellent job. You're doing the work, and I believe that it's going to be a success. I would love for you guys to say it right now on camera that I can get another interview before April, before you fully release. And this
Absolutely.
Yes. So what else you guys would want to let everybody know about your business, and what do you guys want to see in your first year in business, April 2022? What do you guys want to be April 2022?
Ooh, that's a good question. So April 2022, so understanding that, as a new entrepreneur, first launching a product, you're most likely not going to have wild success in the first year. It would be awesome if that happens. We're hoping that happens. However, at least in the first year, I think I would like to have built and maintained solid relationships with dispensaries, and to at least have in our hometown in Michigan, in the city of Detroit specifically, because Detroit is ramping up for recreational sales in next summer. So I would love to have made a stamp in Detroit first, and then slowly start to expand. I think that's my primary goal, of course, to have customers as a result of that.
Love it.
Yeah, and also just want to add here. So definitely, as far as the business, we want to, of course, be successful. Like Cree said, though, we're trying to be realistic. This is the first time around. I know it will be, like you said, eventually. However, we're trying to keep our expectations a little realistic here. However, on the other flip side, what we do is we have an internship program where we try to partner up with as many young Black folks trying to get into cannabis or tech, mostly in technology. And so if anybody out there is interested in getting into technology, but they don't know how, we just give us a shout out, give us a holler. So we're on the internet, on the website is TouCanna.io. So that's TouCanna.io. And you can find me on LinkedIn. My name's right here in the Zoom call. You can find Cree on LinkedIn. People just reach out to us. We'd love to work with you and kind of mentor young Black folks. And yeah.
I love
That's
it.
a great point. Yeah, really quick. So we just had someone, we just brought on a new intern this week, actually. They reached out via LinkedIn and they are interested in, they just finished a UI UX sort of boot camp. Mm-hmm. And so they want to hone in on their skills. So yes, like Louis said, we're always looking to bring on folks who are interested in cannabis or tech. So
love it. Well, we'll definitely pass that around, and it doesn't matter where they're located in the country. They can just work with you guys virtually, correct?
100%. Yep.
Love it. Always looking for opportunities, and there's a lot of people that need that help. And I try to tell people a lot of times going there trying to get information, going there trying to learn. Everybody worry about money, but the more knowledge you have, the money follows. And it's like, oh, I'm my passion, but we passion ourselves into the poorhouse. Like, go get some knowledge, and then I promise you. And the funny thing is, there's a trick to it. The more you know about something, the more you actually like it, because nobody likes to do something that they're not good at. You know what I'm saying? So, especially with the pressure on. So you might not be good at, Charles Barkley, you pay attention to him, everybody laughs at him, he's a horrible golfer. But he never had to do that for money, So even if he did it, it can be a joke, but he was great at basketball. So if he had to play golf under the lights and actually feed his family, he probably jumped off a bridge. So you have to, when you got to do the thing that you're good at, and then you'll have somewhat of a passion for it. But, sometimes your passion doesn't have to be tied to money. Sometimes you're passionate about things and do it just because you make you happy. So at the end of the day, I really love what you guys are doing. Again, thank you so much for giving us the time. to talk to you for the day, and I'm supporting you guys. Me, Tamika, and the whole crew. We're gonna come up to Detroit, and we all listen. Because you got your offices and everything like that. We want to get a letter in the mail or email. We ain't gotta do letters in the mail. I'm telling my age. And let us come on up there and be personal. Exactly, right. So yeah, but I'm definitely really excited about what you guys are doing. So thank you for having the foresight, and I love my entrepreneurs. So keep pushing the envelope and giving people opportunities. You guys, listen, y'all know how to find us. CannaBiscuits.com. Log on right now, CannaBiscuits.com, and also on all social media, Canna_Biscuits on all social medias. Listen, thank you guys so much. Cree, Louie, see you guys next time. Don't get too cold up there.
We'll try.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It was a pleasure, honestly. It was a really good conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.
All right.